I'm fortunate enough to be somebody that a lot of people will come to as a resource if they're thinking about doing something or if they're looking for clarity on something. They'll sometimes call me or come and meet with me, and I try to provide something to help them open up that thing and see if there's something that I can maybe help them with. And what I've noticed a lot is that people say they're committed and they want to do something, and then when the opportunity arises, they actually won't commit. And there are probably a bunch of reasons why people don't commit, but achieving the simplest of goals requires us to learn the meaning of commitment. And without committing, you can't achieve anything. Everything you've ever accomplished in your life, if you think about it, is the result of a commitment, something that you've committed to or a decision that you've made, more so a commitment that you've made. And learning how to commit is not simply about making a commitment, it's also about keeping your commitment despite the unforeseen results or the obstacles that could get in your way. So how do you commit to something in order to achieve excellence? There are a few tips that I can give you that may help you to commit and to commit right. The first thing is not to be involved, but to actually commit. So there's a difference between involvement and commitment. Doing things halfway is the mother of everything that could possibly go wrong. When you want your project to succeed, you have to invest in it fully. You can't afford to just be involved in something. Being involved means you're not fully committed, and if you're not fully committed or you're not committed enough, then that thing that you've been working on probably won't see the light of day. So commit and don't chicken out, basically. You can't work on several things at the same time and expect excellence in every single area or excellent results. So make sure you're doing one thing and you're investing everything into that thing and giving it all that you got. The second thing is to understand that there are mechanisms at work. So understanding the mechanism. We live in a highly competitive environment, and truth be told, it's exhausting. But every time something happens, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna quit? We're wired to keep fighting or to run away. You've heard about this fight or flight situation. That's actually a mechanism. And every time you think you've reached rock bottom, you connect to an inner mechanism which is designed for survival. And sometimes you run and hide, and sometimes you fight tooth and nail to get what it is that you need. But to understand that that mechanism is at play is very, very important. The next thing is to just never give up. Quitting is actually an expensive lesson if you think about it. Quitting costs you time lost, it costs you energy invested, and it's also a major blow to your ego. There are three major reasons why people quit. The first one is perfectionism. The second one is lack of faith. And the other one is that we look at our past failures. So being a perfectionist and making sure that everything's going to go right is pretty much a guarantee that is going to cause you to quit. You will end up quitting because things are not perfect. And consider that sometimes they're not meant to be perfect. The way that we think that things are supposed to look, oftentimes I can say for myself, don't end up looking that way, and they're actually much, much better. When you get to the end and you look back and you realize, wow, I can't believe that I was actually thinking that it was supposed to go this way when this is actually a better way. So perfectionism definitely will stop you, and people that are perfectionists will never move until everything is just right. And we talk about, you want all your ducks to be in a row, shoot the ducks, go for it. Lack of faith in yourself, lack of faith in other people, lack of faith in your abilities or in other people's abilities definitely will be something that will stop you from moving forward, not committing, and probably having you quit. And then looking at your past failures, 100%. If you're going to bump everything that you do up against the time that you failed, think about Edison. What was it, 1,001 chances before he invented the light bulb? Imagine he would have quit. You would see me in the dark right now. So if you're measuring your future potential success based on your past failures, that's probably a definite way that's going to have you quit in the future. The next thing is If you free your mind, the rest will follow. What do I mean by that? Commit to something bigger than yourself. A lot of the times we have problems committing, but if you think about other people instead of thinking about yourself, the most likely way to overcome the fear of commitment is committing to something bigger than you. So who else is benefiting from your commitment? Even if it's just you that's benefiting directly from the commitment, the people around you will still benefit, because if you're happier, then the people around you will be happier. So think of being something, or your commitment being something that is actually in some way going to still benefit everybody around you, whether that's directly or indirectly. Is your problem big enough? Sometimes people complain about money problems. I had a coach one time that said to me, Alex, if money is your biggest problem, you need a bigger problem. You need a problem that is worthy of your life. Your word creates the world that you live in. When you commit to something and you declare it, then that's what you say. So what are you going to say? You can let life happen, or you can design and create the future that you want to live. The choice is yours. I made a decision this week that I'm going to be in Italy next week. So I'll see you next week from Italy, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that next week. In the meantime, ciao for now.